Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford, Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning. The Lightning is out for 2024. It's kind of more of a carryover model for this year, but in this video, we're going to go over all the changes, and I mean all the changes. I found some things that's not on the first page of the major changes list on the order guide, so we can give you all the details, all the things that have been removed and added for this model year. So we're going to go through this. Now, if you like videos like this, or maybe you have a chance to watch some of our complete guide videos, which we will be doing on all the different trim levels for the Lightning for this year, then you definitely want to check out our channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss a single one of those videos. Order banks are opening up today. This October 4th, they're opening up today for 24 model year. Should be able to order those. Build and price will not be up on Ford's website yet, but you should be able to order those with your local dealer. So make sure you do that. That your delivering dealer, whatever it might be. And I'll give you some helpful tips at the end of this video if you want. And we are taking orders for Lightnings. So we are actually one of the top Lightning dealerships in the country and in the KC region. So if you're wanting to put in a Lightning order, we will take your order and be able to help you out with that as well. And we have a YouTube special we'll talk about more at the end of this video. So definitely check for that information as well. So let's dive in. We're going to talk about some of these features on this. Again, we are going to, Ford's building price is not up, but we are going to use their current building price on their website for 23, just so we can look at this together, and then also slide in some photos here for the new Flash edition, which is now available, and tell you how that's going about and how that's working out for Ford on this for 24 model year. So we'll go through and we're going to actually bring it down and go through each of the different trim levels and let you know what's changed on the standard equipment for that trim level, and even some of the optional equipment. So we're going to dive in and go over all this in this video. So as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and cover, minimize this for a second. There we go. We're going to go to Ford's build and price here. So we're going to go up here to vehicles, and we're going to go to electrified, and we're going to go over to the F-150 Lightning. So hopefully, yeah, so it still says 2023 F-150 Lightning here. We don't have information on 24. Pricing, I do have some information here. Let me, give me just a second. Let me grab that sheet for pricing. So on Ford's media, we do actually have the breakdown of the Ford family here. And so we do have, here is the lineup now for this year. So we do have the XL trim. In fact, actually, let's just go down through them. So we do have the Pro, I said XL, the Pro trim. It's still XL to me. 49, starting at $49,995. That's before your destination, which is now $2,095, by the way. And by the way, your tax credit is not include your destination charges. So just so you know that, it's your MSRP price of the vehicle. So Pro starts at $49,995. XLT is $57,495. Now we have the new Flash edition. Basically, Flash is that. So XLT was broken up into two different equipment groups: a 310A and a 311A. Is that right? Or maybe it's 312A. Anyway, for this year, it was a 311 and 312A. So now for this year, the Flash is your new 312A. So basically everything we saw in there, plus a few other things. We'll get into that in a second. $69,995. So it'd be standard extended range, as you can see there. And moving down, Lariat starting at $77,495. So you can get the Lariat trim extended range under that $80,000. And yeah, you add the 2,000, you're 79. Still, even with that, you're under there. But again, destination delivery does not count towards your tax credit. And then you have the F-150 Platinum that starts at $89,995. And then we do have a limited edition run. Actually, it's not. It's showing the same one. So we do have a Platinum Black. Here we go. You have your Lightning Platinum Black Edition. Extended range for $97,995. Limited only 2,000 of these, and this is going to be a late availability. Will not be available at the launch, or not be able to order right away. So we'll don't know when, but that's a late availability item, along with a couple other things that it's coming a little bit later as well that we'll get into in just a little bit. So anyway, so that is the lineup. So we'll go into that. So now let's flip on back over to this here. There we go. So we're going to use, again, Ford's build and price to kind of get us started here on this. And again, the flash isn't on here, so we'll flash some photos on there for you. See where I went there. Anyway, Pro version, 49.9, and so we're actually, let me go back to those models. So 49.9. So we did see a little bit of a price increase on the XLT, as well as the Lariat trim. Those did go up some. Lariat trim, though, is now standard extended range. You cannot get a standard range Lariat trim. So that is where that difference is. So if you go extended range, same price. So really, they did not change any prices there. And of course, you go XLT extended range, that's your flash edition. And so that's the same price, really. So it looks like the XLT went up just a little bit, though. So, but we're going to show you what's included in those. So let's go into the Pro version to start with here and talk about this. So first off, here's some things that have changed according to our order guide. That's standard equipment on the Pro version. First off, for this, I did see. Let's first talk about some things that are new for this, and then some things that have been removed from this. So new for this year is the new bed storage box. So there should be, I believe, one or two of these, probably just one, because I think these get standard Pro Power on board. Yes, they do. So you're going to have one storage box. It's going to be on the passenger side back there, similar to what we do see on the Maverick. I did see this on the new 2024 F-150. And so we're going to have that storage box so you can put things in there, which is really nice to have that. So you're going to have that. That's new. Also new for this year, as part of the advanced the Copilot 360 suite of features, you are going to get speed sign recognition included now. They've thrown that in there. It doesn't say adaptive cruise control, but we'll have your speed sign recognition included in there. So that's pretty cool on how that's included. They also, on the vehicle charging capabilities, they added some wording here to they added single onboard charging to this, and I don't know. Maybe some of you can help me out there that are really into the know on this, whether or not that was already included last year. They just added the wording. Also, it does mention in here level 2 peak charging rate of 11.2 kilowatt. So that's for that single onboard charging. So, of course, these are standard range, standard for your retail purchase. If you're a Fleet Pro customer, it's different. You can get the extended range, but standard range on the Pro for most customers. Now, a couple things that they did remove for this year. They did remove the front trunk cargo net. They did take that away as included. Also, they took away My Key. My Key I don't think was really used a lot, so they removed that as well. And I don't think the order guide's right on this, but it's according to this, the post collision braking is not listed. But I think that's just inadvertently removing it because that's something that's available that's standard on every vehicle. So I don't really think we're missing that. I just think it was missing out of the order guide, in my opinion. So, all right, now, but here's something else that they've added to the optional equipment. You can get an optional dual motor LFP battery. Late availability, so keep that in mind. They do not have how big that's going to be yet. They don't know what the usage, the usable, capable voltage is on that, but that is going to be available now. People asked about that. We're getting that in the Lightning. It looks like late in the year we will see that. So that will be optional equipment for you. So standard will be the 98 kilowatt battery, and then and dual motors, and then optional will be that LFP battery. So there we go. Also, they added some things to the dealer installed options on about every trim level, and we'll cover these on all of them probably. They brought the ash cup back. It's available on a lot of other vehicles. Now you can get that, believe it or not. So you can get the little cup, either just the coin holder or the one with the lighter. And they also now have included the bed extender. So that was available on other vehicles, including the F-150 gas versions. That foldable pickup box bed extender. Now that's going to be optional for you. That wasn't available there. And then they did take away the bed tray. So bed tray is no longer available on the Pro version. So a couple other things. They did, of course, for your Fleet customers, they can get the extended range. Of course, added that, again, level 2 peak charging of 11.45 kilowatts for that with the single onboard charging. And then they also have the dual motor extended range with the dual onboard charging. That's part of the Fleet there for you, giving you the level 2 peak charging rate of 19.2 kilowatts. So you have that, which peak level 2s, you want those charging overnight anyway. So you want to go that at a slower rate anyway. So that's everything as part of the Pro. Let's go back to the XLT trim level here. And this is, again, kind of comes only available in your standard range for XLT. So they have, again, moved that 312A, which is that extended range. That is now its own trim level. So we'll get to that in just a second. So for this year, XLT standard range is how that's going to come. They did change this up a little bit. They removed the enhanced lighting to the running board. So last year it read the carbon fixed extended running boards with enhanced lighting. They removed the wording enhanced lighting. So you're going to have the running board on the side, but it will not have the lighting on there. So something to note there. Also, they changed the wording on the grill. It is going to be a carbon black grill with the signature light bar. So we'll have the light bar still, but I believe the design is going to be similar. I believe that's the same wording as the XL. So I believe it's getting the Pro grill with this. So also they have changed it. It is now standard with a 20-inch wheel. So that was the wheel that was standard on the 312A. That is now going to be standard on the XLT. 20-inch alloy dark carbonized gray wheel. So not the wheel we're seeing here. So that is the Pro wheel that is going to be dedicated to it, not carried over XLT like it was for 23. You're now getting that 20-inch carbonized gray painted wheel that we see on the 312A and the all-season tire that comes with that. And then also, starting at XLT trim, standard tow technology package. That gets you the 360-degree camera, the Pro Trailer Backup Assist, Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, trailer reverse guidance, smart hitch, and the onboard scales have been returned. Those had a removal item on them last year. They are returned at the launch. We're going to have onboard scales and smart hitch, and the tow tech package is going to be standard XLT and above. It is optional on the Pro version. Caught myself that time. Also, they have removed front sensing system as part out of the tow technology package. That's no longer included in the tow tech package anymore. So that is a change there. Just like with the on the Pro version, you are able to get not dual extended range. You are able to get the LFP battery. Again, late availability. We know when it's going to be available. So on the XLT, it'll come standard with the standard battery. Extended battery would not be an option on the XLT trim. You'll have to go up to the Flash trim level to get that. And then also they removed the bed tray out of the dealer installed options on this. And just like with the Pro version, ashtray cup as well as the foldable pickup box extender was added to the order guide. So bed tray is gone on that. So, all right, there's XLT. Now, moving on, we don't have the Flash edition, so we're going to go back to this, but Flash is a new trim level for this year. So think of the Flash as the XLT 312A now. So 69.9 standard extended range. It's going to come with all the features as part of that 312A. The body color door handles. You get the upgraded. Actually, in here it says extended running board, but it does not say with enhanced lighting. LED box lighting. Your upgraded mirrors with the power heated turn signal as well. 10-way power driver seat, multi-adjustable power front passenger seat, heated steering wheel, the intelligent access with push button start with the keypad entry, the power tailgate step, everything basically that was included in the 312A, with the exception of rain sensing wipers and the Pro Power onboard. Those are not included in this. Those have been dedicated to the Lariat trim. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. But some other things they have added to the 312A or the Flash now is the upgraded screen on the interior. So I'm going to give you some images of that. It is the 15-inch touchscreen. Sync 4A will come with that. So this is where you can get that Sync 4 with the big screen on the XLT or Flash edition. B&O audio sound system as well with HD radio, 8 speakers, including a subwoofer, wireless charging pad, and of course, as we mentioned earlier, the trailer tow package is included as standard equipment. And I forgot to mention earlier, also you're getting evasive steering assist, the intersection assist, forward sensing system is where you're getting this. You're also getting adaptive cruise control, the intelligent adaptive cruise and everything with the speed sign recognition, lane centering, and Ford Blue Cruise. This is where you're getting your Blue Cruise 90-day trial. Every trim level that has Blue Cruise is going to be required to get a subscription for that. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Also, as part of the Flash Edition, and as well as any extended range. Remember, standard extended range for this, that's the 131 kilowatt usable capacity battery. That is going to be standard on this, but you will not get the Charge Station Pro. So that is not going to be included anymore on your extended range battery. It was included last year. It is not for this year. So that is a change as well. And then, of course, all the things we mentioned. Bed tray has been removed from the 312A. Also, I noticed something. The partitioned lockable fold flat storage was a freestanding option on the 312A last year. It has been removed. In fact, it's been removed on all of the trim levels. So I'm curious on that. I thought maybe that's standard now. And I looked, it's not listed anywhere that I can see. So I'd love some information if somebody from Ford is watching this or somebody else out there that might know that's in the know on this. Love to know that. It's really weird that they're kind of removing that completely. I had it on my Lightning, and so anyway, there you go. And then, of course, just like with the other trim levels, the ashtray cup and the foldable pickup box bed extender as well. So there you go. Now, moving on to the Lariat trim. Standard extended range on Lariat, as I mentioned, standard range is not available on the Lariat trim for this year. This one here now is standard 511A. There isn't a 510A like there was last year. It was a standard range 510A. That's how you got it. This year, 511A, extended range, standard equipment. So that means all the things that were already part of the 511A are now new in a sense to the standard equipment. So the twin panel moonroof is standard, the power tilt and telescoping steering wheel with memory, the second row heated seats as well. The phone is a key, now standard equipment on the Lariat trim, rain sensing wipers as well. Some things that I did notice that was part of the 511A lasher that is not standard this year. That's the Pro Power on board. It is optional equipment on all of these first trim levels that we're talking about. That 9.6 kilowatt, I should say. It's going to come standard with a 2.4, but the 9.6 was part of the 511A. It is not this year. As well as I didn't see universal garage door opener on there either. So, and then also the Active Park Assist 2.0 has been removed. So, a couple different changes there. And then for this year, we do have the Ford, the Blue Cruise 3-year subscription is showing as new because it was included last year. This year, you have to pay for that. It's an optional equipment. So, want to make sure that you add that to your order if you're going off of last year's information. Also, Pro Power on board, the 9.6 kilowatt is optional equipment, not included in the 511A. And also new for this year is the Active X seating material. Late availability, but if you want Active X instead of leather, you can go that route. There are some people that in the EV world that they're doing it for the environment, and that also includes not having leather seats in their vehicles. So Active X is a way that you can do that. You Active X, it is not leather. So and I have Active X on my Expedition XLT, and I love them. They're great. Active X is also what they put in all of your Mach-E's. Little known fact there. Also, of course, they did remove, I didn't see the partitioned lockable fold flat storage and the freestanding options. Also, Lariat trim, you could, as optional equipment, you could add in 23, you could add the power deployable running boards with a black accent. No longer. That is not available on the Lariat trim. Only available on your Platinum trim. So wanted to make sure you know that. And then the bed tray liner as well on this one, a dealer installed option has been removed. And then, of course, don't forget, like on the others, the foldable pickup box bed extender and the ashtray cups are there too. All right. So that's the changes there. Now, moving to the Platinum trim. These last year was standard with extended range. Again, that's standard for this year. No change there. Couple changes that I noticed that is not included in the standard equipment on the order guide is the wording front grille vapor black high gloss with the tinted chrome. There is no mention of an upgrade to the grille on the Platinum trim. I think they're going to dedicate that grille to that other package, which I actually didn't look at. We'll talk about that package in just a second here. No, it doesn't mention the grille there either. Also, didn't mention the beltline molding is supposed to be a high gloss black beltline molding. That's not listed either. So we'll have to wait and see what these look like when we see some of the first ones out there. Also, they removed, it was standard equipment last year. It's been removed, partitioned, lockable, fold flat storage. That is removed as well. And then the B&O audio sound system Unleashed, it went from 18 speakers to 14 speakers for this year. So those are significant changes to the standard equipment on the Platinum trim. And then other than that, the bed tray liner has been removed as dealer installed option. Ashtray cup and the foldable pickup box bed extender been added to dealer installed options. And then we had the 3-year subscription. Don't forget, even on the Platinum trim, 3 years of Blue Cruise is not, you have to, that's optional equipment. I think it's $2,100. At least that's what it is on the Mach-E, so I assume it's going to be the same. And then for this year, we do have that Platinum Black package. It is a late availability, again, not available at launch. Gets you the 22-inch black painted aluminum wheel, the Gate Black metallic paint, black seats, power deployable running boards with the black accent, and you can also get those running boards as optional equipment on the Platinum without going to that package. Also, it's getting a vinyl wrap as well. So yes, so there's more into that than this. I think that the grill is supposed to be listed in here, and it's just not. So in fact, let me go to the packages section here and see. I don't think it even lists that package. Nope, doesn't list it. So as we get more information when it becomes available, we'll go special video for you on that. But it should include, I assume they're dedicating that grill to that black package, to that special package. So now let's talk about some color changes for this year. So there are some colors that will be missing, will not be available for this year. One of them is Azure Gray Metallic Tri-Coat. That is no longer available for 2024 model year, as well as the, I believe, Stone Gray. So those two colors are not available this year. We do not have any new colors. So all the other colors should be there, except for those two will be removed. So just so you know that. And then don't forget, now Blue Cruise, depending on your trim level, Blue Cruise isn't available on the Pro version or the XLT version. It will be included. The hardware will be standard equipment with a 90-day trial on the Flash, Lariat, and Platinum trim. Connected navigation, you will get 36 months of connected navigation included as standard equipment on the Pro version on up. So every trim level will get navigation, connected nav. Doesn't say, it says 3 years, which is good because a lot of other vehicles, it's just 1 year. Also, some other services, the Ford Pass Connect with the Wi-Fi hotspots. That is 3 months or 33 gigabytes of usage on the Pro on up, every version there. Also, you're going to get the stolen vehicle services. That actually wasn't listed. You're going to get 12 months of service of that. That is new to the 24 F-150. That's going to be available on, it's going to be standard on all of your trim levels. And then the Sirius XM with the 360L radio, not included in the Pro version. You get 3 months subscription on the XLT and above. So after that, you'll need to get a subscription for that as well. All right. So that's everything there. So I want to make sure I covered that. And so yes, just to kind of clarify, as you notice, you're like, hey, some things look like it's changed. You don't have those different equipment groups on XLT and the Lariat trim, and that is to simplify things. This is going to make things so simple to order this, because you just pretty much pick your 5 trim levels, or if you want that special edition Platinum Black package. But you just pick your 5 trim levels, and then there's some optional equipment. There's no optional packages. There's one optional package, and that is the Max Trailer Tow package. That is pretty much the only package that's optional. They do include Blue Cruise as a package, but it's really, in my opinion, it's just a subscription service you sign up for ahead of time. But otherwise, it's going to simplify things, make things a lot easier for production, get your vehicles faster, hopefully. Some of you are still waiting on vehicles that are built for a month now. But anyway, besides that, hopefully it does simplify things. It makes production easier for us, makes ordering easier for the customers, and just kind of sets the differences for those different 5 trim levels. So there we go. That's all of the information I have on this. Don't forget, I will be doing a breakdown of all these videos in the coming days. So be looking for those. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have that notification turned on, because we are going to do a breakout video, what I like to call my complete guide videos. We cover all the standard equipment plus the different packages available, and standalone options on each of the different trim levels. We're going to do one on the Pro, the XLT, Flash, Lariat, and the Platinum Edition. So be looking for those videos. Here's some helpful tips. Again, the order banks are open up right now. You can go to your local dealership and order with your dealership right now. Couple things to take note of when you do order. A lot of people are in the impression that because now they're going to that Model E and the certified dealers and such, that they have to sell at MSRP, and that is not true. So that is something that just needs to be discussed. So most dealerships are doing that, like us, but not all dealerships have to. What they have to do is have a set pricing on their website. And when you select a dealer, if you do that online, they have to have their pricing set ahead of time. That is what Ford is wanting to make sure they do, is that when you go to that dealer, that is the price you're going to pay, and it will not change. That is something they do have to adhere to, but they can dictate whether or not they want to be above or below MSRP on their online pricing. So that is something that does have to happen. So make sure you do that. If you do go into the dealership, make sure they're pricing it the same way it is on the online build and price when this is available. I think it's going to be January, maybe February, when that's going to be available for 24 model year. But you might want to especially if you're wanting to order now and get ahead of the game, you might ask your dealer, how are you going to price this above and below MSRP? Get that information, know what they're going to price the vehicle, get that in writing, get it on a buyer's order with them to sign it, so they'll lock into that. Also ask them what their dealer fee is going to be, because they still can charge a dealer fee on these vehicles too. Dealer fees aren't going away just because Model E is available. But they do have to have that and let you know what that is ahead of time, and as well as online when that is available to order online for these vehicles too. Also, find out if they're gonna add anything to the vehicle afterwards. Again, something that they have to note online that they have to do in person as well. So make sure you get all that information in writing ahead of time when you order the vehicle. You might also ask them if they know a little bit about price protection, and when you order the vehicle, will that price be kind of set in stone of what it's going to be when the vehicle comes in? Because it should be. Ford has what they call price protection, and they're going to protect the price from when you order the vehicle. So when you order that vehicle and submit it to them, that's the price they see. If the price goes up, the Ford will reimburse the dealership that difference, so the dealership can go ahead and charge you the correct price of what it was when you ordered the vehicle. So you might want to make sure they know a little bit about that, because we've had some customers had to fight that when their vehicle came in on some other vehicles, not necessarily on the Lightnings, but some of the others. So you just want to make sure you're armed with all the information you have, and you have that all in writing when you go in there. Now, when you do order, you can lock in when you order the vehicle, lock in the incentives that are available right now for 2024 model year, or if they get better when your vehicle comes in, you get to choose one of those or the other. But locked in rates and such, that happens when you put your order in. Ford sees that date, knows that date, and knows what the incentives were at that time, and those are the incentives that you're able to get, whether it be interest rates, rebates, whatever it might be, at the time of ordering your vehicle. So make sure you get that information as well, and make sure they know about that. So we are taking orders, as I mentioned. We are doing, you know what? We haven't decided what we're going to do on Lightning. I know for 23 model year, at the end of the model year, had a special going on. We were going below MSRP, and we might be doing that again. So, I think probably, you know what? Let me just put it out there. We're going to do 1,000 below MSRP on XLT and above. Pro version is going to be MSRP. That's going to be a pricing. There you go. I just decided. So we're going to do $1,000 below MSRP on our XLT and above, and MSRP on our Pro version. On top of that, if you finance a vehicle with us at standard rates, we will ship the vehicle to you up to $1,000 of your shipping costs. So if you live out of state, you want this and you want to buy it from us, ship it to you. We'll pay up to $1,000 if you finance a vehicle with us at standard rates, which means if Ford has some special rates going on, we can't use those, because we actually have to pay for that shipping out of something, and it's the financing reserve. I'm very transparent about that, of how we're using that. If you want to come in and make a trip of it and drive your Lightning back and see what it's like to drive back home, we'll of course go over charging with you and everything upon delivery. If you want to do that, we'll pay for up to $1,000 of your travel expenses. So we're talking your flight in, hotel, and normally gas. This case, you're going to have free charging, so we probably won't include charging, but hotels and your flights in. So yes, that's our offer. So if you want to do that, make sure you reach out to us. Down in the description, you can find our phone number as well as our website in there. If you want to build and price something out, this information hopefully will be available on our website with build and price by tomorrow. and then you'll be able to build one out pretty quick as we start getting these order guide videos out to you. So if you want to do that, reach out to us. So hopefully you guys found some value in this video, especially if you've been researching the 23 and you're ready to order a 24. This might help you out on what's changed and what's different. Be looking for those other videos because we're going to be letting you know exactly how you can order a 2024, what's standard and what's optional for each of the different trim levels. So if you're looking for those, make sure you're subscribed and that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss those videos. And until then, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you on that next video.